Hello and welcome to my channel, Knitting Books, etc. My name is Cristina. On Ravelry and other social media, I'm Puella63. It's been such a long time that I'm not sure I know how to do this. Let's try. I'll be putting timestamps because I'm going to divide this in two sections, books and then crafts, for those that only want to see one of the parts. So today is the 28th of July. Jane Austen July is arriving to the end. I'm here with my friend Jane Austen, which I made some time ago. As you can, here she is, and she has a unicorn horn because I had to. Sorry, Jane. I had to put something inside because at the time I made her, I didn't know how to make her neck stronger. Now I know better, but anyway, I made her a long time ago. And she is my faithful companion here. And so this July, again, I wasn't in my best mood, I must say. I'm still very lazy, and in my free time, I don't do anything. It's very strange. I'm trying to be better. Anyway, I got inspired anyway with Jane Austen July, and I got some new books related to that. This one here, a Jane Austen year, celebrates 250 years of Jane Austen, and I already read the July part because this is divided in months, and so I read the July. It has beautiful images, so let me just show you 108. The July one. July. So it starts like this, July, and then you will have some images and some text about her life, etc. I also got this book, which I am going to enjoy, but I'm not going to read it from front to back immediately. I'm just going to start reading them and I don't know, a letter a day, a letter a week, I don't know. And then the book I really started reading is this one here. I'm already at the last chapter, so this is Jane Austen bookshelf. I always loved books that mention other books and talk about libraries and bookshelves and so on. This one is incredible because the author goes and finds women that were authors and that Jane Austen, either in her letters, sometimes even in her novels, refers to. And I have to say that this is a very humbling book. I feel like a ninny. I am being, for example, complaining because it's too hot at the moment, and I'm awful. I don't deal well with heat. These women were amazing. They lived in a time where they had no power at all. They were at the hands of either their parents or their husbands, who often mistreated them. And then they lived in sometimes very rough conditions, They were always pregnant, and they were sometimes also losing their children and suffering because of that. But then they managed to overcome all those difficulties, and they managed to work to feed their children, their families. They were absolutely incredible. I have been reading the two last ones I read. Those are fresher in my memory, were Hester Piozzi and Elizabeth Inchwald. They were amazing women, I must say. So what this book tells us is talks a little bit about their life and how they started writing and publishing, etc. So it's a very interesting book, and I want now to read these authors. So I have already put some books in my wish list that were mentioned here. Apart from this, of course, this July, the Jane Austen novel that was chosen as a group read, which again, I've been so lazy and I haven't done anything like commenting or and so on, is Emma, which happens to be my favorite book by Jane Austen. I love Emma. I have always liked her. I don't know if I liked her because Emma is my mother's name. I don't know. When I was a kid, I remember reading Emma, and I liked her because she was not that angelic creature that in many of the books of this time you had as main characters. No. I like Emma very much. She's very funny. I like her, the way she thinks, the way her follies and also but her goodness as well. So I really liked her. I have yet to watch one of the videos I have many. I think I have all that I know. I have them. I don't know if I have this 70s version. I have some of those, but I don't know if I have Emma's version. I have to check that. But I think that my favorite, I think it's the series with Romola Garai, because again, it's a longer, there are several episodes, so it can be more faithful to the book. But from time to time, I pick one and I watch. But I want to watch that one, the longer one, perhaps this week yet. Okay, the second thing I wanted to talk about is August. So August is the time for Faulkner in August, and this is also one of my favorite read-alongs from BookTube. I'm going to write all the people that are going to participate in this, all the booktubers that are going to participate in this read-along. I was introduced to Faulkner here on YouTube, and the first book I read was As I Lay Dying, which now I have already reread it here. I think it was last year's pick for the read-along. But since then I read The Sound and the Fury, Sanctuary, and I can't remember, but I think I read another one as well. I missed this read-along once, and I don't know why I missed it. But this year we are going to read this book here, Go Down Moses, which is, it's not a novel. There are several, I don't know, novellas or short stories here. There's a plan, there's a Voxer group for this read along, and there is a plan of more or less for reading the book along the 31 days of August. And but as you can see, there are several stories, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I was yesterday thinking about, why do I like Faulkner? Because I like to read, but I'm not very, I don't know why. I don't contemplate my reading a lot. I just read what I like, and that's all. Sometimes it's just a pamphlet from the supermarket, but anyway. But I think that there are two things I like in Faulkner. One is that he's very, in my opinion, cinematic. I mean, the way he writes makes me see and almost even feel, for example, the heat, dry heat, humid heat, it depends, the landscape, even the buildings, the town, everything. I imagine that. Okay, it's a very visual writing, and I'm a very visual person. So I think that one of the things I like is the fact that while I'm reading, I can see. The other thing is that I have always loved puzzles, like mental puzzles, like solving problems or riddles and things like that. So his writing is not a linear writing. So, and I love that. I always love to guess what's behind this, okay? Try to put order in this disorder. Actually, I need that because I'm a little bit OCD in that. I don't like disorder. So that's maybe, I like to put everything where it belongs. And his writing, it's like that. For example, As I Lay Dying, as perhaps you know, it's a book with 15 different narrators. And many of them are not reliable. But we construct the narrative with those pieces of information, and I love that. So I'm looking forward to reading this book with all the other people that are participating in the Voxer group. Many people have already started talking, although we haven't started reading. Again, I'm going to put the schedule, which is not compulsory. I mean, it's a suggestion, but I'm going to put it here. I will also, I don't know if you can put a link to the Voxer group. I'll try. I don't know how to do this anymore. I'm not even sure that I'm recording. So anyway, I'm going to say farewell for those of you who are here only for the books, and I will record now my crafty part of this episode. And Jane says goodbye and see you perhaps next July. Now for the craft part. I'm just going to be very brief. I have my craft room is a little bit of a mess, as always when at this time of the year I normally start putting things in order, and I need that because this disorder is making me not able to do anything. I'm going to show you. I'm in a mood for summer tops, Although, again, I've been very lazy and I haven't done much, and I cannot complain because at this moment I've had time to um, make my things, but I haven't. I think it happens at the end of school year. I'm always very tired and very sleepy. I think that I start relaxing and I tend to fall asleep a lot. So if I'm, for example, this project here, I'm going to show you. This is a top, a tea, summer tea. It's the Cumulus tea by Petite Knit and O-neck. So I've made Cumulus tea already some years ago, but the normal with the V-neck, and this one is the O-neck. What you'll see here, I made in, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, and then I slowed down. So here you have the status quo. So the neck is done. It has a I-cord edging, which I love. What I did is what I normally do. So I start knitting, and then when I'm in the body, and something here is bothering me. So, and when the skein or ball or whatever yarn is almost at the end, I move to the finishing of the collar and the sleeve. So I also finished the first sleeve and it ends in the same way. And now I'm working on the second sleeve, but again, I am very, very slow. I tell you, I could do one of these sleeves easily in half a day, but because it's only knit, I am knitting, and I'm falling asleep. That's how it works. Sometimes I have to unravel because I made mistakes. But I want to wear this year. The yarn here is, I don't have here the label, but it's Summer Light for Ply by Rowan. And it's a very nice cotton yarn to work with, because normally I don't like working with cotton, but this one, it is very nice to work with. I have done many things with it. So Cumulus tea, O-neck. The other thing I'm going to show you is what? Oh, this is Take Turns tea by Lily Kate France, and I'm using yes, it's there. I'm using a yarn that I tried. Well, I tried a version of this yarn very recently, and I'll show you in a minute. So this is the Take Turns top, I think, and I've stopped because I am strange, because these stripes are very, very white in reality, but here they don't show as white. Anyway, I need to check, because I think I'm already at when I should join the back and the front, because I've made the back. I'm now working on the front, and I think I reached the point where I should join them, so that's why I stopped. This yarn is a Portuguese yarn. The brand is Mati Yarns, and this is their Heaven Light line. As I said, they have several lines, but I think that the colors are all the same. They have 66 colors, and I'm going to show you a romper for my to-be-born grandnephew, and I used the yarn Heaven, which is a DK yarn, and I use this color. And actually for the white, because it's also green and white, I used Hobie Rainbow Cotton 88 because I had it in my stash. But here I'm using Heaven Light, the green and the white. I hope to also finish this soon. That's why I'm recording, because I've been so lazy that maybe because I'm here telling you that I'm going to finish this and I'm going to finish that, maybe I'll feel ashamed if I don't. And or the other option is that I will never record again. I don't know. But I really wanted to finish this to wear this summer. And in reality, it's not very difficult because this is quick. But again, because I'm always sleepy, the knit effect is to make me fall asleep. So the other thing I'm going to show you is and this is just a swatch, but I recently, this pattern came out. This is New Terrain by Yamagata, and I think it's very beautiful. So and she does something which I find it very interesting. So as you can see, this has, the glare, sorry, slipped stitches which are going right, left, and up and down. The others, it's different, the front and the back, but you can wear them as you want. So this is the other side. Avoid the glare. Yeah, here. This is the other side. And she gives us instructions to make a swatch where you see all these types of slip stitches. So I'm testing this yarn, which is Belle by Drops, which is a mixture of cotton, linen, and viscose. And I am trying to see if it works with this. I don't know if you can see, but here it is. So this is what I've done until now. And it's very interesting because she tells us cast on 36 stitches and follow this graph, and then we can see the several types of lines, the crossing of the lines, etc. So this is actually enjoyable. There's only one problem, which is this yarn, because it's a mixture of several yarns. It's very splitty, and I normally knit at night, and because now I'm old, I cannot see very well when it's dark, and so very often I split the yarn. And although this is only a swatch, I want to be aware of that, because when I'm going to start the real thing, I don't want to have split yarns because they are ugly. And so this is what I've been working on. And then of course I have my other, I don't know how many dozens of whips I have, but that's why I am doing this, because maybe I can start again and finish some of them. But I'm going to show you the romper I made to my for my grandnephew that's going to be born in November. So I made size 6 to 9 months, I think, because, or 9 to 12, I don't remember. No, 6 to 9, because I thought that if he was going to be born in November, then when he's 6, it will be again hot weather, and this is a cotton romper. And the funny thing is that my niece and her husband and other kids, they all, like me, belong to a team, which is Sporting Clube Portugal. And this is our team, sports team I'm talking about. And in football, we won the championship and also the cup. I don't know which one because I'm never very sure about that. But we've been behaving very well. And when she announced that she was pregnant and was going to have a baby boy, she told us that he would be again a little lion because that's the mascot and the symbol of our club. And also the uniform of the, it's not uniform that you say in sports teams, is it? Now I don't know, but anyway, their clothes are striped, red. The original one is green and white stripes with black shorts, and they are like that because when they started in 1906, I have one copy of the original shirt. The original shirt was divided red in one side, two vertical sides like that, parts. One was green, the other one was white for the football team. But they noticed that when the players grabbed the shirt of another one, they would tear in the middle where the two colors joined. So they decided to adopt the rugby shirt because the club has many types of sports, rugby being one of them. And so the rugby, as it is traditional, had a striped shirt, and that's the one that became the number one official shirt of the club. So when she told us that a little lion was coming, I decided, and I also had the opportunity of testing a new pattern by Sandra Magalhães. She's an amazing designer of baby clothes. She's a Portuguese designer from the north of Portugal, and she makes the most beautiful things. And she there was a test call, and I said, okay, I'm going to do this. And so here it is, again, I don't know why this is showing, this is looking a little bit bluish and gray. This is stark white. Can I say that? It's bright white, okay? And the green is also much greener. I don't know why this is all with blue tint. And I found these buttons with lions. Then I made a mistake and I put those buttons here too. I actually had to redo this part to have larger buttonholes. They are still not large enough, and again, this is not very comfortable. They are hard and big, so I'm going to change this to regular buttons or snaps, if I can find a place where they put snaps. And I'm going to but this is so cute. I think it is. So his sisters and parents already have their shirts from the team. So now he already has one as well. So I'm going to, I don't know if I can correct the color of this, but because it's looking very blue, and again, especially the white is, and even the green didn't show very well. But I'm going to stop here. Let's see if I manage to record anything. And I hope to see you soon. I don't know when.